Hey everyone! To grow the horsegram microgreens, soak quarter cup of horsegram overnight or at least 8 hours and wash and drain the water. Wrap them in a thin napkin or a cheesecloth. By keeping the fabric moist, let them sit for about 12 hours or until the sprouts are formed. Here, I took a stainless steel mesh and made a microgreen bed by cutting the corners and folding the sides down with hand. This was just a quick DIY. I'll make another video showing on how to properly fold the sides and take care of the sharp edges. Once the horsegram has sprouted, they need to be transferred onto the mesh bed. These were set aside to sprout for 12 hours or so. These can be sprouted directly on the mesh bed by covering them with the fabric. That's an easy way, but it will not yield as much as it does when they are sprouted in the old-fashioned way by wrapping them in fabric. See the tails? They're long already. So gently pour these out onto the bed and spread them apart carefully, making sure to not break the sprout tails. Now pour water in the tray, just enough to touch the sprout. Not to drown them, they just need to touch the water. If there's too much water, they'll drown and they will not grow well and will start to rot. If there's not enough water, they'll dry up. So maintaining the water level is very important. Now gently turn down the sprout tails that are pointing up and not in the water. Any of these left out, they'll dry out or do not yield well. Earlier, I have tried growing microgreens in a colander with cheesecloth on it. The yield was good, but there was some rotting at the bottom and I couldn't clean out the cheesecloth properly. Too many tails were stuck in the fabric and it was a time-consuming cleanup, so I had to throw the cheesecloth away. Also grew them in a colander without any fabric. The yield was good. However, to get more yield, the base of the colander should be somewhat flat or the sprouts on the sides will dry out. So instead of buying the microgreen kits, which are not only expensive but most of them are made with plastic, so I made my own stainless steel bed. These didn't rust so far and the results are promising. Once all of the sprout tails are turned down or touching in the water, carefully place the tray by the window, preferably the south window for maximum sunlight. By day 4 or 5, the horsegram skin will loosen or fall off and the grain will start splitting. The folds of the baby leaves between the split grain can also be seen. Such a beautiful sight. Once in 2 to 3 days, these need to be rinsed very gently. Just run them under the faucet and change the water in the tray. Since there's no soil, this step is a must, at least during the initial phase, to keep them healthy and get a good yield at the end. As the sprout tails get longer and longer, water quantity in the tray can be reduced, making sure that all the tails are in the water. This will also ensure good health of those that are resting on the bed and have not grown tall like the others. By day 7 or 8, there should be cute light green baby leaves seen. If the days are longer and there's enough sunlight, it can happen even quicker. The leaves tend to become darker by day 9 or 10. You can harvest them at this point or can wait a few more days. Isn't that bed of cute leaves looking so beautiful? These are full of life and pranic food is right here. Look how long those tails or roots got. Most of the skins have settled on the bed under the leaves, and now to harvest them, you can either pull them right off the bed and cut the bottom off, or you can even wash and eat them as is with the root. But I'm going to cut the bottom part off. And another way of harvesting is to cut them directly off of the bed and into the colander. This way, some of the skins might also tag along, but I find this way easier and faster. Last few, and there we go, all done. Such beautiful harvest. Microgreens are such a joy to grow, as you can see them transform right in front of your eyes so quickly. You can see and monitor their growth, unlike the ones that germinate in the soil. Now to clean out the mesh bed, I'll simply pull those tails off and wash it, compost the remains, wash and get the bed ready for next batch. Look at that. Clean as new and ready for more. To get the horsegram skins off of the microgreens, gently sift the leaves so the skins settle at the bottom of the container or the colander. Drench them in water and pull them out promptly. That's it. For maximum benefits from these microgreens, it's best to not cook them too much. So I add these to the dal at the end once the heat is turned off and mix it. However, it's best to eat them raw. These can be added on top of salads or can be added to guacamole or paired with sundal, boiled peanuts or boiled chena or black-eyed peas and so on. I hope this video was helpful to you and thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.